Hi, I'm the Wraith. This is a kind of sad one for me. Don't even know really where to start, but this isn't just Facebook or Google or Twitter. This is everywhere on the net. Flickr, Picasa, Instagram, Tumblr, every social media website that there is. But I'm going to focus on Facebook because that's where I've personally experienced this deception from a lot of subjects you'd never expect. I mean, you'd expect it from typical subjects, which is the one I'm going to mainly focus on. But someone recently told me that an admin they had on the friends list was actually a fake account, which then called into question the validity of the actual page. Now, the page was essentially a mother and baby kind of group, but it's a page. Let's keep the terminology. You've got profiles, pages, and groups. Don't confuse the three, right? Now, a lot of people that interact on pages end up becoming friends with the admins of the pages. Then they literally do become friends and their accounts connect. So they can now see all your photos and all your information. Now, in some circumstances, you will find rather than them having a page, they'll have a profile, a mother and baby help group that's actually a profile. So you have to add them to be able to interact. Now, they tell you things like you can send us private messages to the profile and that, and then we can post your question anonymously for you on the page. Well, you can message a page, right? Then they'll say things like, well, a number of us will use the profile so we can all log into it and check the messages and that and speak to each other. Every admin of a page can see every page's messages, right? So there is no reason at all for anyone out there to use a profile instead of a page, besides one simple aspect: to get access to your information. In a mother and baby environment, that's access to photos of people's kids. Now, bear in mind, in the days of modern technology, a picture is easier to send than a video, so it's more cost effective for whoever's doing it. Nothing stops you opening a private blog where people use credit cards to pay to go and view pictures. It can be such an innocent photo of a child that's then photoshopped, blue screened or green screened, chroma key levels. Just a simple picture of your child with a caption on, a meme, right? That can be child porn. Just depends what it says in the meme, doesn't it? My point here is, I've noticed a lot now in certain groups and certain pages where people will make a post on Facebook and it'll be a post in a group where they've shared a photo, but it'll say attachments unavailable. And the only way to access that photo is to add them as a friend. Now, Facebook stipulates that you can make a page about anything at all, right? You can make a group about anything at all, but a profile has to have a real person's first name. It can be Bob instead of Robert. It doesn't have to be your full first name. It can be the condensed version. But it's got to be a proper first name and a proper surname and a genuine date of birth. You're not forced to have a photo. Your middle name can be anything you want, whatever you want to use as a middle name. But your first name, your last name, and your date of birth have to be genuine. If anyone at all reports your account and it gets called into question, Facebook will not unlock the account without a scanned government issued photo ID and that has to show your picture, your date of birth, your first name and your last name. Anything else can be blotted out. The rule is there to stop this happening with pictures of your children. Now, I've been around a while on the net. We've all seen the whole click here, congratulations, you've won a free iPad. And most of you are smarter than that. But yet, just who've you got on your friends list? You know, it's, you add people just to get energy in games. Who are you adding? Some of these people make up full-on stories, marriages, deaths, kids that have been born. Just think, right, a lot of people out there grab the phone, snap a photo of the child, right? That's got the geolocation data, if you haven't switched it off, so it says where you were when you took the photo. Sometimes it's even got the name of your street in the background, or the name of your parents' street, because you've took your kid up to see Nan and Grandad, and there's a picture of them with the Nan and Grandad, and there's the street sign. These blogs where paedophiles inhabit, you know, any content at all that can make money for someone, the more detailed it is, the more in depth it is, the more money it's going to make. In a world of Big Brother and Coronation Street, EastEnders, Emmerdale Farm, Brookside, Hollyoaks, Jeremy Kyle, all these things where people are more interested in other people's lives than their own, right? And they're only happy if someone's so-called friend is doing worse off than they are, then they're happy about it. That's the world we live in now, unfortunately. So, what if there are blogs out there with basically a scan picture posted on the blog 2 days after you posted it on Facebook? 9 months after that, there's a picture of your child. And they keep updating this blog with whatever random captions and information they choose to. And it's the whole life of your child, because all you have is a phone and you don't know how to use that properly. You don't know how to store photographs properly. So your whole child's life is on your Facebook, and it's now on someone else's website that's private, restricted access to paedophiles with credit cards that are watching the evolution of your child. It just takes a stalker. It's bad enough that your kid's probably getting used for that. But what if there's a stalker out there? Your kid's now like 14 and his or her whole life has been portrayed falsely on some website somewhere. And there's a number of stalkers and one of them finds out where they are. Do you know what I mean? Whoever you've got on your Facebook friends list, you need to be looking at them big time. The pages you inhabit where there are profiles, but it won't be someone's name. I mean, I seen one today, Kev's Liverpool pictures or something. Now, I don't know the guy, do you know what I mean? But he's made a number of posts and their attachments unavailable, and he's actually stated, sorry if you can't see any pictures, it looks like you'll have to add me as a friend. Why not just make them pictures public? You have more control really over a page than you do a profile. It's like, with a page, you're more dubious about what you're going to post, right? If you want to send someone a message using the page message button and ask them a question that you'd like them to ask anonymously, then fair enough. But why would you even dream of adding your profile to someone else's that's not even a genuine name? And even if it is a genuine name, why would you do that? You don't mix business with pleasure. Pages are there for a reason. Profiles are there for a reason. And so are groups. If you don't need to add somebody as a friend. Facebook have implemented the other inbox that says other. It's there for a reason. It reminds you that the person you're replying to isn't someone you personally know. I still can't believe I've had to sit here and make this video today, because I got told about the parents and babies thing a couple of months ago, and I reported a few profiles myself because of it. And it's only because of this Liverpool photos thing today that's popped up that I've decided to make this video. I hope it helps, I hope it explains a bit more. But the thing you have to remember is, you're the ones doing this. You're the ones snapping the photos with your phone, and then it's automatically syncing with some cloud somewhere. I mean, I was recently trying to explain to someone how to remove photos that were stuck on some Android phone because it had synced with Picasa, and they'd removed that Google account and they'd removed the photos. But yeah, every time the phone synced, the photos came back, which meant they were still stored on the net. And this Picasa album that he had was a public album. So, I mean, you've got people taking photos of some really bizarre stuff when they're on these dating sites, and they're automatically syncing. I don't know what's worse, that or the pictures of your kids that are out there and you don't know where. A lot of you have no idea where your kids' photos are going, but you took it on your phone. It was location stamped, it was time stamped. You can't see it. You look at the photo, it's just a picture of your kid, but there's metadata. It's like an ID tag on an MP3 that stores the track name, the year, the subject matter, the artist, the copyright, the iTunes ID code. Photograph has metadata: time, location, aperture, timing, colour, the codec that was used to compress the image. So much information inside a photograph that you've got no idea where it's going. But these people on Facebook that you're adding on your friends list, even when you're making certain stuff private, right? A perfect example, right? Say for example, I had 5 or 6 people that are fans of my video work or my music work, and then my girlfriend goes to her parents, so she takes my child up there and her parents are taking photos. Now those photos are only shared with her friends, and her photo albums, they're all locked down tight, they've been checked, do you know what I mean? But she tags me in a photo of my son. All my friends can see that photo. There is no option to create a list anymore and say everyone on that games list, everyone on that page list, they can't see these photo albums or these albums or pictures I am tagged in. Facebook removed that option. A lot of us used to have a list where we'd put people on it and they were on a games list, and every photo album you had, you'd blocked that games list if you were smart enough. So even though they were your friend, they couldn't see any photos. That option's gone. If someone tags you in a photo, you can either switch off don't show photos I'm tagged in, or have it switched on. There's no specific friend selection anymore, which means you can't really have friends on your list if they're not your friends, or you don't trust them implicitly. And friends of friends should be switched right off wherever you are on the net. Friends of friends should be off, because you don't know what knobheads they're adding to their profile, let alone the total strangers you've added to yours. But like I said, bear in mind, right, an innocent photo in an editor's hands can be anything, and just the thought of that alone has prompted me to make this video. So I do hope you start screening the people already on your friends list, and when you see these people using profiles as pages, you ask yourself, why are they doing that? You know yourself, right? You get too many friends on Facebook and straight away they start looking into your account. They block you once you add too many people. You know it yourself, if you play the Facebook games, the more people you have, the more energy you can get, the more requests you can send. And we all know in them circles that there's a limit on how many people you can add, which means there's only one reason to use a profile as a page, and it's to get access to your side of the fence, right? Think about it. There's only one reason. You're not going to get anything out of it. You don't make any money off Facebook. You only make money sending people outside of Facebook. That's another rant of mine. Check out the top 10 probable things, and you go to this site full of crap. Log in with Facebook, click here, blah blah blah, and it just shows you the picture. Then you got to click next, and it all loads again. Then you got to click next, and it all loads again. Just filling your computer with crap, but yet you all go and do it, and that's how you end up with spyware. Then they end up with your username and your passwords, so they end up access to your Facebook anyway, and then your Skype, and then your webcam, and then they're watching you in your own living room. Learn how to use this stuff, or stop using it. Or do you know what? If you've got kids or grandkids, unplug your stuff when they're in the room. People need to share this video on the likes of Google and Facebook and MySpace, Flickr and Picasa, Twitter, Tumblr and all these other social media websites where loads of people upload pictures of the kids and that. Get this video out there, get the message across, because this needs to be stopped. Yeah, they'll probably find another way. They have other ways anyway, but yeah, let's make a few people a little bit wiser. And thanks for watching.